All right, so Salt Bay's empire is about to collapse. Oh, it's starting to collapse. Not about to. It's already doing it.
Restaurant closures, rapidly declining reviews, and his lowest growth on Instagram in over 6 years. Things have gone from bad to worse for Salt Bay, which is best observed by looking at each controversy up until this unfavorable point.
Controversy? Controversy? Dude, like, you salt steaks.
His first time in hot water came just months after Salt Bay first went viral, occurring when fans scrolled back through his Instagram to find this photo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see it.
Commemorating the life of Fidel Castro in the days after his death.
Yikes.
At around the same time, Salt Bay had recently opened a steakhouse in Miami, a city to which approximately 500,000 Cubans had fled to as a result of Castro's leadership.
Yeah, as a Cuban, bro, that's just not who you support, bro. That's just like... That's like being a Stalin supporter back in, like, the 60s. Like, no. Or the 70s, or whenever the fuck the Red Scare happened.
Some people just don't think. To post pics like this and then open a restaurant in Miami. Really? I just called and cancelled 2 reservations and told them how I feel about their salt guy and his post. Picture posted a few days after Castro's death. Nice thought, WTF. He should open in Cuba and sprinkle his salt over there.
Very good point, except you wouldn't make as much money. You wouldn't make any money.
The comments on the post itself echoed a similar sentiment, leading Salt Bay to remove the picture. However, he'd...
Oh shit, he died like a little bitch. Educate yourself, son, before talking. There were 600 attempts on his life. You praise a murderer. Good luck with that. You have to be stupid to open up a restaurant in Miami and post a picture of Castro. Are you fucking kidding me? No, he's not. He's not. That's why the thing has 120,000 likes.
Find himself in a similar controversy less than a year later.
I mean, now I will say though, this is a free fucking country, so like do whatever the fuck you want. And at the end of the day, you have dickheads who are like all about the fucking regime. You get what I'm saying? Like you have these fucking, what do you call them? I don't even know, bro. These fucking dickheads. That's it. That's the best word I got for them. Who support this motherfucker? Obviously because the Castros being in power somehow supported them, right? So. Once again, evidence of people just being selfish and acting in their own self-interest. At the end of the day, bro, like you could, you know what I'm saying? People wear fucking, here's my thing, right? People wear fucking Gxxsei t-shirts all the time. And like Gxxsei is seen by many to be some amazing revolutionary. Dude, Che Guevara was a piece of shit. Che Guevara is the reason Castro was in power. So like Che Guevara was a fucking revolutionary for what's this fucking place, Venezuela, right? They were in good, you know, he helped overturn the government over there, and then Castro was in cahoots with this motherfucker, and then he helped Castro overturn the government in fucking Cuba. Like it's the same fuck. You get what I'm saying? So like I get it, but like, you know, if you're gonna educate yourself on one thing, educate yourself on the other too. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna get after this guy for having a picture of Castro, we should get after all the other dickheads who have pictures of Gxxsei. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand where people draw their lines. It's, you know, that to me doesn't make any fucking sense. So by all means, like, this is whatever. I mean, this is what it is. Now, what's the rest of this?
In September 2018, Salt Bay came under scrutiny once again for providing a feast to the Venezuelan president, who governs a country in which 64% of people have reported losing significant amounts of weight, 11 kilos or 24 pounds on average, amid worsening food shortages.
But this isn't his problem, though. This has nothing to do with him. Like, you imagine any president of any country, you own a restaurant. Fuck it, you own any business. Whatever the fuck product you're selling, imagine if a president of another country indulged themselves in that product. You'd be like, oh shit. Like, you fucking perk up real quick. Because that's like, I don't give a shit if he's an asshole. He's a president of another country. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna like say we're gonna refuse you service here because he's the president of another fucking country. As far as you know, he could have like assassins show up to your goddamn doorstep any day. Also don't have an issue Like, once again, the guy is into Castro, so he must have been into Che. He must be into, you know, dictators in South America and in the Greater Antilles.
Shortages. As a Venezuelan, it angers me seeing my president feasting on a meal while me and my family were starving. I cannot believe this.
Or maybe you should get off of YouTube.
Video. This guy eating tomahawk steaks or whatever that is, and the people from his country dying of hunger.
Voice your outrage. Be upset. But at the end of the day, like, what the fuck else do you expect? Did you not? I mean, if a country is starving, you think the president's also going to be starving? I don't know. Like, let's look at North Korea. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at Russia. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at literally any other place in the world where they have fucked up leaders. Does any of this surprise you? Are you really that outraged? I can't believe it. He's eating a meal and I don't have food. Like, no shit, Sherlock. He's the president. Maybe you should be president.
Food tastes so much better when you know the folks back home are starving. After the Venezuelan president then explained that Salt Bae had...
You know, it probably does. It probably does. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them to be just... just eating a juicy fucking tenderloin. And in the back of your head, you're like, oh my God. There are millions of people whose lives are in the palm of my hand who will never know what this tastes like.
Personally invited him to the restaurant. Protests broke out in front of Salt Bae's Miami restaurant, with one sign reading, "Did you know, Salt Bae, that in the time it took you to wine and dine dictator Maduro with your bloody meat, at least one Venezuelan child died of extreme malnutrition."
Yikes. You know, also, like, you need to know your audience, dude. You need to know your audience. Like, you're literally in Miami, bro. Like, I get it. At the end of the day, you're in a fancy area, and like, for the most part, those people with money probably don't even give a fuck. In fact, in their heads, they're like, oh shit, presidents eat here, we should have reservations. But the thing is that, like, Miami's fucking, how do you put this, the pretty part of Miami is just so fucking surrounded with the rest of it. You get what I'm saying? So that it's like, you think you're safe here, but literally just head like 5 miles in any direction and you're gonna see like fucking unrivaled poverty. You're gonna see motherfuckers who will shoot you for whatever you have on you, whether it's gold, money, or your car. Them niggas will come after you. All right, I had a homie who was driving who drives a fucking Challenger or a Charger. He drives a Charger, does this and that to it. He loves it. Da da da. This motherfucker literally got like cut off and chased. And he had to fucking haul ass 40 miles an hour in reverse just to get away from these motherfuckers. All right. Niggas out here is hungry. And not even hungry for actual food.
However, this might not have even been Salt Bae's biggest controversy for the month.
You imagine giving a tour on that trolley that day? You imagine giving the tour on that trolley, and on your right here, you have a bunch of Hispanics who are protesting some shit.
Only 8 days after these protests, a new article was posted reading, 4 tourists are set on fire at Instagram star Salt Bae's Istanbul restaurant.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Footage shows a waiter pouring flammable liquid onto the flames at the bar. A ball of flames then engulfs the bar where diners had been eating. Whoa. This guy's name is Nusr-Et Gxxsei. Where's that from? Gxxsei etymology. Turkish. Oh, okay. He doesn't give a fuck. Why the fuck would he care about any of our politics?
Which had happened as a result of a fire show gone wrong. One of the tourists who'd been set on fire was a Czechoslovakian YouTuber and model named Tina Stresnikova, who suffered burns to more than 35% of her body.
No! Oh man, that's where it really hurts, dude. That sucks. That sucks. Like, her livelihood was about being pretty, and now she's burnt. I mean, like, you got this, go girl.
Yeah, and can be seen with slight but visible burn scars on her Instagram even till this day. Her 23-minute video on the topic, translating to "the moment that changed my life," is unfortunately spoken in Czechoslovakian without subtitles.
Fuck. You see it on her neck and you see it on her arms. Man. Like, you know, some of that skin got grafted. That sucks. No, this is a real big no-no. Especially after you had protests. You had this bullshit, bro. I would have stopped with the fucking pyromatics ASAP.
However, an article posted a year after the incident stated that Tynus had received no compensation for the mistake and that the restaurant had instead destroyed all evidence related to the incident.
What? Before the police arrived at the scene after the tragedy, let's get this. There you go. The employees disposed of any traces. Hell yeah, they ain't trying to lose their job. The motherfuckers don't make enough money to get fired from that shit. You imagine like the poor fucking waiter who did that shit by mistake. Fucking idiot. First of all, you're a fucking idiot. Not even poor waiter. You're a fucking idiot. You imagine a fucking idiot who fucking set the fucking trying to do the fucking show shit. He must have been shitting bricks. He must have been shitting bricks. They messed everything up there, cleaned it up, and actually swept the evidence after themselves. When the police came, they had nothing to investigate. They couldn't take samples of the liquid and the like, said the YouTuber, adding that she also sued the restaurant for tampering with evidence. Hell yeah, she about to get a fucking payday. She's about to not have to fucking put makeup on ever again.
Salt Bae did eventually pay out $230,000 in compensation, although not to Tynus for permanently altering her appearance, but rather to 4 mistreated employees in Salt Bae's next big controversy. The 4 employees claimed that Salt Bae was taking 3% from their total tips, which was followed by Salt Bae firing the 4 employees after being confronted about it. As a result, the employees launched a wrongful termination lawsuit, explaining that their former boss had an authoritarian, dictatorial attitude who doesn't care about local laws.
And then he only paid $230,000. $230,000 is not a bad sum of money for like one person to receive. But then you divide that by 4, and then you also have to count like legal fees and shit like that. But let's just say it was a settlement, and it was, I mean, even if it was a settlement, each one of those fuckers lawyered up. You're talking about maybe taking away 20 grand off of this, so maybe 210,000. You divide that 4 ways, bro. That's like 50 grand a pop. 52.5. You know, $52,500 a pop. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That'll get you through a year. That's like a year's salary for, you know, for individuals who can afford their fucking bills. You get what I'm saying? Still not a lot though. And not to mention that poor young lady is still fucking burnt to shit.
They even suggested Salt Bae likened himself to Tony Montana and humiliated them on occasions in the lawsuit. Yet Salt Bae responded by stating, "I don't get a share of the employees' tips. I've never done that in any of my restaurants. I was not satisfied with the performance of the 4 employees. They didn't match my understanding of work. They weren't as good as I wanted, so I terminated their contract right away. Yet these 4 employees weren't the only ones claiming that they'd been mistreated while working for Salt Bae."
So my thing is, like, I would imagine you go to the restaurant and you want this fucker to salt your steak. Like with like more than one restaurant, what does that even look like? Like, what happens when like you show up and he's actually in New York salting steak today? That must really suck. That'd be a reason for me to protest.
A former employee at the Nusr-Et restaurant in London described it as gold from the outside but shit from the inside, whilst another compared the working environment to the Hunger Games, as staff never knew if they'd be fired during a shift, with a third likening the restaurateur to a dictator. Former employee Frank DeFano stated that he was treated poorly as a result of being American, while another former manager explained his world was nothing but Instagram and fame. The sensation was him. He ended up getting this godlike complex, highlighting Salt Bae's next big problem. With massive artworks of his one viral moment and every 3rd Instagram picture being him working out shirtless, it seems Salt Bae is just a bit too full of himself.
Oh my god, you know who he reminds me of in this fucking shot right here? He looks like Mickey Rourke when he did the fucking in Iron Man 2, you know, where he was playing as I think the guy's name was the Stunner. He almost looks like him. Yeah, it's like a really bad mix between, you know, Mickey Rourke and Robert Downey Jr., but like aged and like trying too hard.
And while some degree of ego might be necessary for success, he takes it to a whole new level.
Oh, right there he looked like Pitbull for a second.
When interviewed by the Times in 2019,
790-pound, 24-karat gold coated steak. I don't know. I don't know why people put gold on food. I don't think, like, does your body even properly digest that? Like, I have a feeling that if I consumed gold in any quantity, I would probably get like really bad heartburn.
Salt Bae seemed convinced that every kid wanted to be him, stating, "Now everybody wants to be a butcher because of me. Now if you ask a kid, they want to be Salt Bae."
Oh, dude, if that isn't delusions of grandeur, I don't know what is. Because I don't think there's ever been a kid in his entire history of life. I don't think in the entire history of children being children have they ever said, "Oh my God, I want to be a butcher." I don't think that's ever been a thing, unless you're talking about butcher like from The Boys.
They see me as an idol. I'm an inspiration to a lot of people in a very short period of time.
Wow.
Also always taking the opportunity to brag about money. Salt Bae had posted an $8,000 bill as well as a different $47,000 bill.
Let's see. What did he eat? I'm curious. Golden Ottoman. Corn-fed chicken something. Asparagus. Mashed potatoes, spinach, everything a la carte. Soga salad for one. Oh, that costs more than the asparagus and the it costs as much as the asparagus and the mash. Jesus. 2 bone marée. Ooh. What is that? Is that like single glass? Is that what that is? SGL? Clase Azul. That's you know what I'm saying? 100 fucking Emirate dollars for 2 still waters. That's impressive. Let's see over here. Golden tomahawk, 3 herb crusted fries, sauteed mushrooms, sauteed broccoli, asparagus. These are in pounds, dude. Mashed potatoes. Jesus. 16 Nusr-Et baklava, 4 golden baklava, 1 Red Bull, 1 Aristil, that's water, 1 sparkling water. Bottles of wine. That shit round. Oh, look at Dom Perignon. All right, this guy's eating good, huh?
Yet the picture that really kicked up a stick.
Ooh. Hold on. Go back a little bit. Is this from his restaurant though? This is from this is from Gallery. Oh, Nusr-Et. Yeah, Nusr-Et Galleria restaurant. Okay, so this is his restaurant. Wow, this is nice. Beef carpaccio, golden ottoman, golden cert, open food. I don't know what the fuck open food means. That must be like a random item they didn't have anything to price it with. Golden Istanbul, 11 locum, onion flour, French fries. Like the French fries is expensive.
A stink was the
Whoa, that's amazing.
The $167,000 bill posted to Salt Bae's Instagram with the title "Quality Never Expensive." The opulent bill mixed with his arrogant description prompted comments such as, "I have eaten in your restaurant, quality is questionable, and I've eaten there, the food was not good," with this sentiment being echoed by countless different people.
Yikes.
YouTube channel Gxxsei Foods ordered the $2,000 steak before stating,
Oh my God, that's the golden covered. That's the 24-karat golden steak. All right, let's see. All right, I ate a Salt Bae. Here's why I'll never go back. Today, me and whatever went out to try Salt Bae's restaurant. I want to see this video. Cause I'll tell you right now, look, I don't care about the steak. I think those little fucking eggs look amazing. It's just fucking like, it's like they boiled an egg and then they took out the yolk, right? They turned that into the fucking, whipped thing right there. They fucking fried the outside of the egg, put the whipped shit back in it, and a little bit of bacon. That actually looks fucking amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. That looks great. The steak, I don't give a fuck. It's just a fucking steak. I think people like really... like, bro, like the difference between like a $30 steak and a $300 steak is literally like where the cow's from. That's it. And it's like, I don't know, like even those $300 steaks, like unless that restaurant is exactly sourcing them from like directly farm, unless it's like a farm to table type of restaurant, there's no reason why you should. Bro, I'll put it to you like this. you should never be paying $300 for a steak. And you sure shit shouldn't be paying like whatever the fuck cost that. I mean, that's probably like what was it, 790 pounds? So translate that to US dollars, 800. That's about like $1,200 steak or $1,100 steak. That's fucking ridiculous. If you're paying $1,000 for a steak, you're a dickhead, and you deserve to get robbed. That's it. Like for that, bro, I'll go source the fucking steak myself. I'll go meet the cow. I'll fucking pet it. I'll show up, you know, once a week to make sure the cow's okay. And then I'll be like, you know what? That fucker's time is ready to eat. Let's go. But $1,000 for a fucking gold-plated steak that you don't even know where the dickhead got it from? Like, I mean, whatever, bro. If you're stupid enough to waste your money, it is what it is, right?
It was not what we expected. For $2,000, I gotta say, I thought it would be way bigger.
Also adding that the $275 tomahawk steak had been cooked incorrectly.
That was rare even though we ordered medium rare. Now there's nothing wrong with rare steak, but if you order medium rare, you should get what you paid for.
100%.
YouTuber UA Eats, who was looking to give a purely objective review, stated that the waiter's performance was fun, yet the quality of the food was no better than any other steakhouse. On TripAdvisor, Salt Bay's London restaurant is ranked at 15,200 out of 15,700 restaurants.
And that's really not how it should be. If you're running a restaurant that like brags about how great the fucking food is and how and it's so notorious, this, that, and the third, then like your rating should be a little higher than that. Like the fact that, I'll put it to you like this: when would I ever pay $100 for a steak? When would I ever pay more than $100 for a steak? First of all, fucking never. But second of all, let's just say someone took me out and said, hey, bro, I'm going to pay for the dinner. I'm going to pay for the dinner. So you know what? You pick the best steakhouse you think. You know where I'm going to go for over $100 steak? A fucking Michelin star restaurant. That's where I'm going to spend that's where I'm going to spend somebody else's money. All right? Me, myself, pay $100 for a fucking piece of meat? You're out of your goddamn mind.
With its rating of 2.5 stars, making it worse than 96.8% of all other restaurants in the city. The steakhouse features predominantly terrible and one-star reviews, with most complaining about horrible quality, bad service, and so incredibly expensive for such a bad quality of food.
And you know what's crazy? That you can get away, bro. You can 100% get away with the food not even being that great. Nothing being special. You can get away with that entire menu, the way it's priced, the way it looks, the way it tastes, if your fucking staff aren't pieces of shit.
This guy was upset after the restaurant charged him 44 British pounds for 4 Red Bulls. However, at least he didn't call the police after finding out the price, which is what happened over in Florida.
Fuck yeah, we made it, boys. We're back in there. Always. I mean, we were in there for the Miami part, but come on, this is way better.
Whilst eating at Salt Bay Steakhouse in Miami, Dwayne Miranda ordered 2 standard $275 tomahawk steaks, yet he was instead unknowingly presented with 2 golden tomahawk steaks, being charged more than $5,000 for his meal when he eventually got to the counter. We ordered 2 tomahawk steaks and a rack of lamb for the table. When the bill came, we were shocked by the total. They insisted that we ordered the golden option and charged us $1,000 for each. We absolutely did not order that option. Although we did eat what was brought to the table thinking this was the normal presentation for our order, it was clear that the waiter was trying to take advantage of the situation. After disputing the misunderstanding with management, they decided to involve local law enforcement rather than do the right thing. We paid the disputed $5,000 bill to avoid further conflict, yet this was still minor in comparison to what happened at Salt Bay Steakhouse in Boston.
Yeah, you imagine. Like it's not even like, obviously for these guys, it wasn't even about the money. Like they could pay for the fucking meal, right? It was just that like, they just wanted the fucking, you know, and this is probably one of those restaurants where gratuity is automatically included. So like, I could totally see a waiter just fucking that shit up on purpose, which is kind of fucked, which is pretty fucked. But then again, him fucking up that shit and then afterwards trying to like take it back, he can't take it back. He'd lose his job. Like those are like, you know what it is? $725 difference. They would take that shit out of his pay and he would probably not make money for the week.
After opening up on the 18th of September 2020, the restaurant, quote, almost immediately began racking up health code violations. City inspectors reported that COVID-19 safety guidelines were being flouted, crowds were not social distancing, 2 fire exits were blocked, permits were not in order, the dishwasher was not running hot enough, and the refrigerators were apparently too cold.
Yo, that is wild.
Leading the government to shut the restaurant down only 1 week after opening. In the meantime, Salt Bae posted this seemingly wholesome family photo to his Instagram, yet this would also end in another wave of criticism. Turkey chef Salt Bae meets mother after 2 years, criticized for not looking after her.
Damn, dude. Like, this guy's a dickhead. This is one of those individuals who probably shouldn't have become famous. You know what I'm saying? Who, like, the moment they became popular, the moment they became infamous, all their bullshit, all their dirty laundry got aired. Like, this is the type of guy where it's just like, dude, you probably were better off just keeping your ass quiet. You're probably better off, like, not being on social media.
It seems Salt Bae was getting loads of backlash in every situation, regardless of whether or not he deserved it. For example, when a waiter at one of his restaurants accidentally dropped a steak, Salt Bae was getting roasted in the comments by people saying that he was going to charge them twice. People simply didn't like him.
That's great. I like that. You saw that, bro? You imagine dropping a fucking... Dude, how much is that steak, bro? Right there, right there, right there. Right here, right here. Look at this. Look at that, look at that, look at that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you... Oh, no, not yet. Are you getting comfortable with the cut, my guy? Oh, I think it's on this one. No, no, no. Next one, next one, next one, next one. He's looking away. Oh, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing, bro. Oh. 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 Oh, 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 oh. No. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. Oh, my God. Oh my God. You gotta be looking at what you're doing, bro. You're looking away. You're being too fancy, bro. That's a $275. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, $200. He's like, where'd it go? Yo, you know, be awesome as fuck if, like, the carryout bag was right underneath it, like with the box open, and like this was just like a whoops, packed it for you.
Steak, Salt Bae was getting roasted in the comments by people saying that he was going to charge them twice. People simply didn't like him, so when he'd actually do something deplorable in December 2022, the whole world took it as a chance to completely and utterly destroy him. After Argentina beat France in the World Cup final, Salt Bae waltzed onto the field as if he was everybody's best friend. He pestered Messi for a photo, snatched the World Cup from a baby, and bit down on one of the winner's medals, prompting negative comment after negative comment, as well as an instant response from the media who wrote, Salt Bae was pathetically thirsty to get World Cup selfies and pissed off Argentina in the process.
Yo, imagine an entire country. Like, this is like, this literally like Argentina, like South American countries are really fond of like fucking football, right? And for them, like, they're Messi winning, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just fucking national pride. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They get so fucking into it, which is expected of sports fans in general. But then, like, we're talking about the World Cup. Like, this is like countries at a time competing. Like, bro, you're not just pissing off a table, right? You're not just pissing off 4 employees. Like, you literally took this shit to the next level and you're pissing off an entire country, dude. How the fuck do you even jump in there, bro? You're not even from Argentina, bro. You have nothing to do with them. Like, if it was Turkey that fucking won it, 100% you should be there with them. Yeah, you could celebrate with them, but dude, you saw the way he grabbed Messi's arm? Hold on. Look at Messi's face right here. He's like, the fuck are you doing?
Salt Bae waltzed onto the field as if he was everybody's best friend. He pestered Messi for a photo, snatched the World Cup from a baby.
Jesus.
Selfies, and pissed off Argentina in the process.
That's a narcissist.
Only a day later, the FIFA president unfollowed Salt Bae on Instagram before launching an investigation into how Salt Bae was allowed on the field, revealing that only the World Cup winners and heads of state are allowed to touch the trophy during the closing ceremony, let alone kiss and disrespect it. The next day, Salt Bae tried to show that he and Messi were friends by posting a video of them together in his steakhouse. However, comments such as, old video where Messi made a mistake visiting your restaurant, post showed that fans definitely weren't buying it. Excluding this video, Salt Bae provided no response to his World Cup behavior until just 1 month ago, when he'd finally talk about the event in a tell-all interview.
Wow. Wow. I will never ever step on the World Cup pitch again. I mean, you should have never stepped on there to begin with. You have nothing to do with it.
He stated, "It was a combination of my love of Argentina and my excitement. I love Argentina. I've lived there. I went to support them. Many of the team have come to the restaurant. I didn't feel a stranger. It was a special moment. I can't do anything about the reason I was there, but I would never ever step on the World Cup pitch again. There were 2 billion people watching the World Cup. How many people are speaking about me? 5 billion, the whole world."
Okay, hold on, dude. Hold on. Hold on. There are 2 billion people watching the World Cup, but there are plenty more billions of people who fucking like football, bro. Like, there's so many more people. In fact, like, bro, here. Lionel Messi, right? All right. Let me see. Hold on. He was literally born in Argentina. All right. Now let's go for Messi's Instagram. So you mean to tell me this man has 481 million followers? By the way, let's go look at Drake real quick. You're not going to give me fucking results for Drake because I'm not signed in, you piece of shit. Drake. Instagram. Oh, that's right. He's on there. Champagne Poppy. Whatever. 141 million. All right. Listen, a lot more people give a fuck about Drake than give a fuck about Salt Bae. Okay. And to that extent, a lot more people give a fuck about Messi than give a fuck about Drake. All right. Let's open up this guy's Instagram. Salt Bae. Does he still have an Instagram? He has to have an Instagram still, right? Come on, dude. Like you just think you're too important. This is narcissistic behavior, guys.
I didn't go on the pitch with the purpose of advertising. I just felt like it. Then there was a bit of a surprise. There were at least another 1,000 people on the pitch, but when they show the video, they make out it was just me. I never ever wanted to overshadow anything. I didn't like the attention, with the possible motive for the explanation being that things haven't been going so well for Salt Bae ever since that day. Just 2 weeks prior to giving that interview, Salt Bae had to close down his self-titled Salt Bae burger restaurant in New York City, which had gained a reputation for selling $99 gold-flaked milkshakes and a $100 burger wrapped in gold foil. On top of this, it's been reported that Salt Bae
Yo, that cheese looked fire though. I ain't gonna lie, that cheese looked great.
steakhouse in Greece is now receiving a third of the bookings it used to, from 600 per day to approximately 200 per day.
Hold on. He's not receiving a third. It got reduced by a third. There's a difference. The difference is that you would have 33% occupancy in comparison to 66%.
While his London steakhouse, which we discussed earlier as having some of the worst reviews in the city, recently announced that they'd be reducing their prices in, quote, what appears to be a desperate bid to entice customers back through its door.
Imagine a place that like overcharges for shit, all of a sudden trying to overcharge less. That's weird. That's weird. That's like Louis Vuitton having a sale. That just doesn't happen. No. Like, that's just a bad move.
The last 6 months, Salt Bae has gained approximately 300,000 followers per month. And while this is still a bafflingly high number for someone who seemingly does very little, this is the lowest growth he's had on social media since first blowing up in January 2017.
Whoa, man. Salt Bae fucked up, huh?